Wolverines are fascinating creatures. They're members of the weasel family Mustelidae, and despite their small size, they have a reputation for being tough, ferocious, and resilient. Here's a quick dive into their key traits. Physical characteristics. Size. Wolverines are compact but stocky animals, with males typically weighing between 20 to 55 pounds 9 to 25 kilograms, while females are smaller. They have broad, muscular bodies that help them survive in harsh environments. Fur. They have dense, dark fur, with light-colored markings, often across their throats or along their sides. Their fur is built to keep them warm in the subarctic and boreal climates they often inhabit. Claws and teeth. Wolverines have large, powerful claws and strong jaws. They are skilled scavengers and hunters, often able to take down prey much larger than themselves when needed. Behavior. Solitary and territorial. Wolverines are solitary animals, especially males. They maintain large territories, and mark them with scent. They're known for being highly territorial and won't hesitate to defend their area. Diet. They are opportunistic feeders, meaning they will eat whatever they can find. They are known to take down small to medium-sized animals like hares, ground squirrels, and even caribou calves. They also scavenge, sometimes stealing from larger predators like wolves and bears. Adaptability. One of their most notable traits is their ability to survive in harsh conditions. They are typically found in remote northern areas of North America, Europe, and Asia, often in mountainous or forested regions. Habitat. Wolverines prefer cold climates with plenty of snow and dense forests, which provide them with both food and shelter. Their thick fur helps them survive in these harsh environments. And they are often found in areas where human activity is minimal, though that is changing as their habitat shrinks due to climate change and human encroachment. Conservation. In some areas, wolverines are considered vulnerable or near-threatened due to habitat loss, climate change, and human development, because they need large territories to thrive. The fragmentation of these habitats makes it difficult for populations to maintain themselves. Conservation efforts are focused on preserving their habitats and reducing human impact. In popular culture, wolverines are also a popular subject in folklore and pop culture, often symbolizing strength and determination. The most famous Wolverine in pop culture is likely Marvel's Wolverine, a mutant with healing powers, enhanced senses, and a fierce fighting spirit, but the animal itself is known for its real-life toughness as well. Physical adaptations. Paws and movement. Wolverines have broad, furry paws that act like snowshoes, helping them move efficiently through deep snow. This adaptation is especially useful in their cold, snowy environments where deep snow is common. Their paws also help with balance, making them agile climbers, and they're known to scale steep mountain slopes. Jaw strength. One of their most impressive features is their powerful jaws. Wolverines can crush bone and tear through tough meat. Their jaws allow them to be effective scavengers, capable of finishing off carcasses left by larger predators. Scent glands. Like many members of the weasel family, wolverines have anal scent glands that they use to mark their territory. They can also release a foul-smelling musk when threatened, a defense mechanism that can deter potential predators. Social structure. Solitary nature. Wolverines are highly solitary, only coming together to mate. They maintain large home ranges, sometimes as large as 500 square miles, 1,300 square kilometers. In the wild, the male's territories often overlap with those of several females, but they generally avoid direct interaction with each other unless necessary. Mating and offspring. The mating season usually occurs in the summer, with a delayed implantation period, meaning the female wolverine's fertilized eggs won't implant in the uterus until the winter, after a period of hibernation. This gives birth to 1 to 3 kits in late winter or early spring. The kits are born blind and helpless but grow quickly, learning survival skills from their mother. They stay with their mother for about a year before becoming independent. Wolverine and other predators. Competition with larger predators. Wolverines don't shy away from larger predators like wolves, bears, and even mountain lions. They are known to take advantage of the leftovers from these predators, sometimes stealing food right from under their noses. In fact, their aggression and ability to defend their kills are legendary in the animal kingdom. Wolverines will actively chase away larger animals if they feel threatened, or if their food is at risk. Role in the food chain. As both predators and scavengers, wolverines play a crucial role in the ecosystems they inhabit. By scavenging, they help clean up carcasses, preventing disease spread. As hunters, They control populations of smaller animals, helping to maintain a balanced ecosystem. Environmental and climate impact. Climate change. Wolverines are particularly vulnerable to the effects of climate change. Warmer temperatures lead to a reduction in snowpack, which is vital to their survival. The deep snow is not just important for hunting but also for dens. Wolverines often use deep snowbanks to dig dens where they can birth and raise their young. As snowpack levels decrease, their habitat shrinks, and they are forced into more fragmented and often less suitable environments. Habitat loss. As human activity expands, particularly in the northern regions, wolverines are increasingly facing habitat fragmentation. Roads, settlements, and other forms of development can isolate wolverine populations, preventing genetic diversity and making it harder for them to find food and mates. Conservation efforts. Protection and monitoring. Wolverines are protected in several parts of the world, particularly in North America and Europe. In the U.S., they are listed as a threatened species in some states, and efforts to track and protect their populations are ongoing. Some of these efforts involve habitat preservation, minimizing human-wolverine conflict and maintaining connectivity between fragmented habitats. Reintroduction programs. There have been efforts to reintroduce wolverines to parts of their historic range, particularly in areas like the western U.S. These programs are designed to restore the species to regions where they have been extirpated, but success has been mixed due to the challenges of maintaining a suitable environment and the wolverine's low reproductive rates. Fun facts. Longevity. In the wild, wolverines live to be about 7 to 10 years old. But in captivity, some have been known to live longer. Their tough lifestyle means they face many challenges in the wild, and their life expectancy can be cut short by food scarcity, predation, or environmental stress. Territorial calls. Wolverines communicate with a variety of sounds, including growls, grunts, and even howls. They also use scent marking extensively to communicate with each other and establish boundaries within their territories. Famous wolverine behavior. The wolverine's tenacity is the stuff of legends. They've been seen chasing off wolves from carcasses, taking on bears, and scavenging from larger animals despite their small size. There are even reports of wolverines attacking mountain goats and other agile prey in harsh environments where few others would dare venture. Folklore and cultural significance. Wolverines have also had cultural significance, particularly in indigenous cultures of North America. They're often seen as symbols of strength, resilience, and endurance due to their ability to survive in harsh environments and face much larger predators without backing down. In Scandinavian folklore, the wolverine is sometimes associated with the wild and untamed forces of nature, embodying qualities of courage, ferocity, and cunning. The wolverine's iconic toughness has also led to its association with legendary warriors, like in the case of the Marvel character Wolverine, who embodies many of the creature's aggressive and survivalist traits. Absolutely. There's so much more to explore about wolverines. Let's go deeper into their physical adaptations, their role in various ecosystems, and their status as a symbol of wild resilience. Advanced physical adaptations. Winter adaptations. Wolverines are remarkably well suited for cold climates, thanks to several adaptations. Insulated fur. Their fur is not only thick, but also water-resistant, which helps them stay dry and warm, even in wet, snowy conditions. The undercoat is dense and provides insulation, while the outer guard hairs are longer and protect against moisture. Fat reserves. Wolverines can store fat in their bodies, which serves as an energy reserve during periods when food is scarce. This ability allows them to survive long periods of fasting when snow makes hunting more difficult. Their metabolic rate allows them to generate heat efficiently. This, combined with their fur and fat, helps them survive in environments where temperatures can plummet below freezing. Climbing and digging. Wolverines are excellent climbers, able to scale steep, rocky terrain with ease. They also dig with impressive skill, creating dens in the snow or under rocks where they can hide food or shelter from predators. Their paws, which act as snowshoes, are also strong enough to dig through thick snow to access food or create burrows. Hunting and feeding behavior. Hunting skills. Wolverines are not just scavengers, they are skilled hunters, known for their opportunistic and aggressive hunting tactics. They've been observed preying on animals such as marmots, beavers, and birds, as well as larger prey like caribou. If the opportunity arises, they typically hunt alone and rely on stealth and endurance, stalking their prey before making a sudden, powerful attack. In the wild, They're also known to cache hide food for later consumption, often burying it under snow to protect it from scavengers. These food caches are essential for surviving harsh winters when fresh prey can be scarce. Scavenger of the wild. While they can hunt, a lot of their diet consists of scavenging. Wolverines are notorious for stealing from larger predators. Wolves, cougars, and bears often leave behind remains that wolverines will take advantage of. They have been known to steal meals right out of the mouths of bears and wolves, using their aggressive and bold nature to chase off larger competitors. Ecological role. Keystone species. Wolverines are considered a keystone species in the ecosystems they inhabit, meaning they have a disproportionately large impact on their environment relative to their size. They help maintain the balance of populations of smaller animals, and by scavenging carcasses, they help reduce disease spread by cleaning up dead bodies. By preying on weak or vulnerable animals, they contribute to the health of prey species, ensuring that stronger individuals survive to reproduce. Their behavior as scavengers also benefits other animals. For instance, birds of prey, ravens, and other scavengers will often benefit from food scraps left by a wolverine's hunting or scavenging. Environmental indicators. Wolverines are sensitive to environmental changes, particularly temperature shifts. They are considered a sentinel species for climate change, as their habitats are shrinking due to warming temperatures and decreasing snowpack. Their presence or absence in a region can indicate the health of the ecosystem, and monitoring wolverine populations can give researchers insight into broader environmental shifts. Challenges facing wolverines. Human encroachment. As we mentioned earlier, one of the biggest challenges wolverines face is human development. Roads, industrial development, and recreational activities, like skiing, fragment their habitat. This fragmentation disrupts their ability to find food, mate, and thrive in the wild. Additionally, wolverines sometimes come into conflict with livestock owners, as they are known to prey on small livestock like sheep or goats when their natural prey is scarce. This can lead to negative interactions with humans, further threatening their survival. Climate change. Climate change is a significant threat to wolverines, as it reduces the amount of snowpack, which they rely on for denning and for hunting. If temperatures continue to rise, wolverines could face serious challenges in finding suitable habitats, leading to a decline in their populations. As snow melts earlier in the spring and starts later in the fall, wolverines may find it harder to establish territory, breed, and raise their young. Genetic diversity and isolation. As their habitats shrink and populations become more isolated, wolverine populations face the problem of inbreeding. The lack of genetic diversity can lead to health problems and decreased survival rates, especially when small populations become isolated in fragmented habitats. Conservationists are actively working on genetic management and habitat connectivity to prevent this from becoming a major issue. Cultural significance and symbolism. Native American and indigenous cultures. In many Native American cultures, wolverines are seen as symbols of endurance, strength, and cunning. They are often admired for their ability to survive in harsh environments, and for their fierce nature when threatened. Some cultures view the wolverine as a trickster figure, someone who outwits larger animals or humans through intelligence and strength. For example, the wolverine is sometimes depicted as a spirit that helps hunters by guiding them or leading them to food sources. Wolverine in European folklore. In Scandinavian and Russian folklore, the wolverine is often associated with the untamed wilderness and is seen as a powerful creature of the forest. It's sometimes viewed as a symbol of rugged independence and resilience, reflecting the harsh environments these animals thrive in. In some ancient Norse myths, the wolverine is portrayed as a creature that roams freely through the forests, untethered by human or animal constraints. Wolverine in popular culture. The Marvel Comics character Wolverine Logan draws heavily on the attributes of the real animal tenacity, toughness, and resilience. While the fictional Wolverine has powers like healing and enhanced senses, his animal counterpart is symbolic of survival against all odds. The character became iconic, representing strength, independence, and a battle for survival against overwhelming forces. His animalistic qualities, like his ability to fight larger foes and endure extreme conditions, mirror the wolverine's real-world tenacity. Wolverines and their impact on human imagination. A creature of legend. The wolverine's fierce reputation has made it a subject of awe and curiosity throughout history. It's a creature that embodies the untamed, savage beauty of nature. Their reputation for aggression, combined with their ability to survive in environments where few others can, has made them a symbol of wildness and power. Whether in legends or real-life encounters, wolverines evoke a sense of wonder and respect. In a world where human impact is pervasive, the wolverine's resilience and independence serve as a reminder of the primal strength that still exists in the natural world. Certainly. Let's explore even more aspects of the wolverine's fascinating biology, behavior, and cultural significance. Wolverine's communication. Vocalizations. While wolverines are generally quiet, they do use a variety of vocalizations to communicate with each other. Their sounds include growls, grunts, and howls, which they use to warn off rivals, communicate during mating season, or assert their territory. Growls and screams. When threatened, wolverines can produce low growls that escalate into loud high-pitched screams. These can be alarming and are intended to deter larger predators or competitors. Chattering. Some wolverines also make chattering or clicking noises, which might be related to excitement or to keep in contact with their young. Scent marking. Much of a wolverine's communication is done through scent marking. They have a strong smelling gland near their anus that secretes a pungent odor, used to mark territory and communicate their presence to other wolverines. These marks can last for a long time, especially in snowy or cold conditions. Wolverines will often urinate on trees, rocks, or the snow, leaving behind a signature scent that can be detected by others over long distances. This serves as both a territorial marker and a social signal to other wolverines. Wolverines and their unique reproductive strategy. Delayed implantation. Wolverines have a unique reproductive strategy called delayed implantation. This means that after mating, the fertilized eggs do not immediately implant in the female's uterus. Instead, the embryos float freely for several months, essentially waiting for the optimal environmental conditions to support their growth. This adaptation ensures that the female wolverine gives birth during the harshest part of winter, when food is scarce. The kits are born in a den dug in deep snow, or a sheltered location, which helps protect them from predators and extreme cold. The delayed implantation ensures that the kits are born in early spring, when there is a better chance of food availability. Raising the young. The mother is the sole caregiver, and the kits are completely dependent on her for warmth, food, and protection. They remain in the den for several weeks until they are strong enough to venture out with her. Once the kits start venturing out, they are very curious and energetic, exploring their environment and learning essential survival skills, such as how to hunt and scavenge. The mother will often lead them to carcasses or food caches, teaching them how to fend for themselves. Ecological relationships. Symbiosis with other species. While wolverines are solitary and aggressive toward other predators, they still play a key role in the ecological webs around them. Their scavenging behavior can benefit other animals. 2. Scavengers. As they scavenge larger kills, wolverines provide food for a variety of other scavengers, such as ravens, coyotes, and foxes, who benefit from the leftovers. This relationship ensures that nothing goes to waste in the ecosystem. Seed dispersal. While not often discussed, wolverines can also contribute to seed dispersal. As they move across the landscape, they may inadvertently carry seeds in their fur or scat, spreading them to new areas. Interacting with other carnivores. Wolverines' interactions with other carnivores are particularly interesting. They have been observed challenging wolves and bears for food. In some cases, wolverines have been known to actively chase bears away from carcasses they've found, and some even engage in food stealing from larger predators. This aggression is thought to stem from the wolverine's evolutionary drive to survive in an environment with limited food resources. Survival and adaptability. Stamina. Wolverines are known for their incredible stamina. They can travel long distances in search of food or mates. During winter, they often move between mountain ranges, crossing difficult terrain in search of resources. Their ability to cover vast distances helps them survive in regions where food is sparse and predators are abundant. Extreme endurance. Their endurance isn't just physical, it's mental as well. Wolverines will endure extreme cold, hunger, and exhaustion to survive. Their instincts drive them to keep moving, foraging, and seeking out the best opportunities for survival. Efficient hunters and scavengers. As hunters, wolverines are known to be efficient and persistent. They often rely on stealth and ambush tactics, stalking prey, and striking at the most opportune moment. However, they aren't picky eaters. They will consume almost anything, from meat to berries, roots, and even carrion. Their scavenging behavior ensures that they can survive even in environments with unpredictable food availability. Wolverines in literature and mythology. The trickster figure. Many cultures have portrayed the Wolverine as a trickster figure, clever, bold, and sometimes mischievous. In Native American folklore, the Wolverine often appears as a character who outwits larger, more powerful animals, using strategy and wit to achieve its goals. This aligns with the Wolverine's own behavior of confronting much larger animals and stealing food. In certain Native American stories, the Wolverine is seen as a spirit or guide, helping humans in their survival. Its tenacity and ability to thrive in harsh conditions symbolize the strength required to endure life's challenges. Norse mythology. In Norse mythology, the Wolverine is associated with the wild and untamable forces of nature. Its solitary, fierce behavior is a reflection of the Viking ideal of individual strength and resilience. Some scholars suggest that the Wolverine's association with strength and endurance might have influenced the creation of legendary characters or figures in Viking sagas, where characters often embody these traits. Wolverine in other cultures. In some Siberian and Russian cultures, the Wolverine is regarded as a sacred animal or a powerful spirit of the forest. It is believed to be an embodiment of nature's power and unpredictability, a creature that does not easily bend to human will. Human-Wolverine conflict. Livestock depredation. Wolverines sometimes come into conflict with human populations, especially in areas where they overlap with livestock operations. They may target small livestock like sheep, goats, or poultry if their natural food sources are scarce. This can lead to farmers and ranchers viewing them as pests. However, Wolverines are not typically a major threat to livestock compared to larger predators like wolves or bears. Their reputation for attacking livestock is often exaggerated, as they are much more likely to scavenge from already dead animals or prey on smaller, wild animals. Conservation and legal protection. Due to their vulnerability, many regions have implemented legal protections for wolverines. In the U.S., for example, wolverines are classified as a threatened species in certain areas, and they are protected by law in those regions. However, conservation efforts are still complicated by issues of habitat fragmentation, climate change, and human-wolverine interactions. The introduction of wildlife corridors and protected areas is a key component of wolverine conservation strategies. These corridors allow animals to safely cross human-dominated landscapes without risking their survival or genetic diversity. Wolverines in the wild. Icon of the North. Northern wilderness. Wolverines are most commonly found in the remote wilderness of the northern hemisphere, places like the Arctic tundra, subarctic forests, and mountain ranges. Their presence is often considered a sign of pristine, untouched wilderness, as they thrive in regions that are still relatively undeveloped and natural. This connection to wild, undisturbed landscapes makes the wolverine a symbol of the untamed world, a creature that represents the fragility of ecosystems that are increasingly threatened by human activity. As the climate warms and human encroachment increases, wolverines stand at the front line of the battle for wilderness preservation. Survival instincts. The ultimate survivor, the wolverine's survival instincts are nothing short of remarkable. It thrives in some of the harshest environments on Earth, from freezing Arctic tundras to rugged mountain ranges. These environments are often unforgiving, but the wolverine is built for them. Cold endurance. Wolverines have evolved to withstand extreme cold. They possess a thick, water-resistant coat that not only keeps them warm in freezing temperatures, but also helps them move through snowy terrain. Their paws, which act like snowshoes, allow them to travel across deep snow with ease. This adaptation is vital for both hunting and escaping predators, and it gives them a distinct advantage in cold, mountainous regions. Dietary adaptability. Wolverines are true opportunists when it comes to food. They are known to hunt smaller prey, like rabbits or rodents, but they can also take down larger animals, such as caribou or moose, especially when food is scarce. Their scavenging habits also mean that they play a crucial role in the ecosystem, by cleaning up carcasses and preventing disease spread. This adaptability in their diet ensures they can survive even when food is not readily available. Interactions with other animals. Fierce and fearless. Wolverines are solitary creatures, but they don't shy away from encounters with other animals, even larger predators. Dominating larger predators. Wolverines are infamous for challenging larger predators like wolves, bears, and mountain lions for food. They are known to steal meals from these animals, sometimes even chasing them off a carcass. Their boldness and aggressive nature make them a force to be reckoned with, despite their relatively small size compared to the creatures they confront. In fact, Their courage and persistence have earned them a reputation as mighty mites. In the animal kingdom, wolverines can hold their ground and defend their meals with such tenacity that even wolves and bears think twice before engaging with them. Symbiotic relationships. While wolverines are aggressive and independent, their actions benefit other species in their ecosystem. As scavengers, they leave food behind for smaller animals, like foxes, birds, and ravens. This helps support the food chain, ensuring that nothing goes to waste in their environment. In a way, even though they're competitors, wolverines contribute to a balanced ecosystem by ensuring the survival of other species through their feeding habits. Cultural significance, mythology and symbolism. The wolverine has a long history of being a powerful symbol in various cultures, revered for its resilience, strength, and untamed nature. Native American folklore. In many Native American cultures, the wolverine is a trickster figure, clever, unpredictable, and fierce. These stories often feature the wolverine outwitting larger predators or humans through cunning and resourcefulness. In some cultures, the wolverine is also seen as a protector spirit or a guide, helping hunters and travelers navigate the wilderness. The wolverine's strength and survival instincts are often revered as qualities to be admired. In some traditions, it represents an individual's ability to overcome obstacles and thrive in the face of adversity, making it a symbol of perseverance and resilience. Norse mythology. In Scandinavian and Russian cultures, the wolverine is associated with the wild and untamed forces of nature. Its behavior and strength embody the ideals of rugged independence, a trait admired in Viking culture. The wolverine is often seen as a symbol of endurance, representing the willpower and stamina needed to endure harsh winters and challenging circumstances. The wolverine's solitary nature and fierce survival skills align with the Norse ethos of bravery and self-reliance, qualities that were celebrated in Viking sagas and folklore. Modern influence. The wolverine has also made its way into modern pop culture, most famously through the Marvel Comics character Wolverine Logan. This character is defined by many of the same traits as the real animal: resilience, independence, and a tenacious will to survive against all odds. The fictional Wolverine, much like his animal counterpart, is a loner, often battling against larger, more powerful foes. The character's animalistic qualities, like his ability to endure great pain and his primal survival instincts, directly draw from the wolverine's real-world traits. The wolverine's ecosystem impact. A balance keeper. Beyond their physical and symbolic traits, wolverines play a vital ecological role in the areas they inhabit. Their behaviors and interactions with other species help maintain a balance in their ecosystems, influencing the survival and health of many other animals. Scavenger role. As scavengers, wolverines help clean up carcasses and dead animals that would otherwise decompose in the environment, which can spread disease. By consuming carrion, they ensure that the ecosystem remains healthy and free from decaying matter. This role is especially crucial in the cold regions they inhabit, where carcasses may take longer to decompose, and other scavengers like birds and foxes benefit from the wolverine's feeding habits. Predator-prey relationships. Although wolverines are known to scavenge, they are also effective hunters. Their presence helps control populations of smaller prey species, which in turn impacts the broader food web. For example, by hunting rodents and smaller mammals, wolverines help keep these populations in check, preventing overgrazing or overpopulation, which could harm plant life and other animals in the area. Survival and conservation challenges. The struggle for space and protection. Wolverines are facing significant challenges due to climate change, habitat fragmentation, and human activity. These challenges not only threaten their survival, but also disrupt the delicate balance they maintain in the ecosystem. Habitat loss. As humans encroach on wolverine habitats, the animals are forced into smaller, more fragmented areas. This limits their access to food, mates, and suitable denning sites. In some cases, roads and urban development can create barriers that prevent wolverines from migrating or finding new territories. Climate change. Wolverines rely on deep snow for denning and protection. As global temperatures rise and snowpacks diminish, their habitats are becoming less suitable. The loss of snow not only affects their ability to raise their young, but also disrupts their hunting behavior, as they often rely on the snow to hide food or catch prey. Conservation efforts. Conservationists are working to protect wolverine populations through habitat preservation, legal protections, and reintroduction programs. These efforts focus on restoring connectivity between fragmented populations and ensuring that wolverines have enough space to roam, hunt, and breed without risking inbreeding or food shortages.